Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today we'll be reviewing the S.H.Figuarts Monkey D. Luffy Romance Dawn Gum Gum Option Parts Set. Basically, it's the Luffy Effect part set. It's the stuff that he should have come with originally, or parts of the things that he should have come with originally, and a little bit more. But in general, this levels up specifically the Romance Dawn Luffy into one of the better S.H.Figuarts that they've done, and one of the better accessorized Figuarts that they've done, leading on from sort of the concepts that they've been doing lately with like My Hero Academia and the Dragon Ball figure line. It's nice to see them branch out into other franchises. I do know that Kamen Rider's been doing stuff like this for ages, but I don't collect that line, so I don't know too much about it. Anyway, taken out of the box, here's what the set comes with. We get a bunch of different fists for the Gatling effect. We get a little smoke piece that these hands all fit into. We get an action base. We get a straw hat to hang around the neck, as well as extended arms and legs to simulate the rubber arm effect part of Luffy. It's basically half of this set being what came with the Gear 5 Luffy, just tweaked a little bit. So like you could remove the hat off that Luffy and chuck it on another one like I did in my review. And the long arms and legs, similar thing, but these now work specifically for the Romance Dawn Luffy, and it is a welcome addition. We do also get an alternate face for Luffy, and this is a cool little angry looking to the side face, and looks quite nice. And we'll be going through the accessories bit by bit. So first up, here's Luffy with his straw hat hanging around his neck, and it's just about what you expect. It's just the straw hat on his back. Finally, looks nice, simple, doesn't really get in the way of any of his poses, and just finally completes that look. And it really should have been a standard accessory for the standard release of Romance Dawn Luffy, as well as the Wano Luffy. It's nice to finally have it, but it did honestly take too long. We do also get the extended arms, and these are a little bit tricky to pop on. I do recommend being very careful with it. I have heard about breakages. Just make sure everything is lined up perfectly and use minimal force until you hear like a click to make sure that the pieces are in, and just grab the pieces sort of at the joints and carefully flex the wires. Don't force anything too much. You do not want to damage these parts. I have heard that the Gear 5 Luffy has started to break for some people, and I have heard people break this option part, so please be careful. The smoke effect part that has all of the fists is really cool. Each fist slots into a specific part, and then you lock that onto a base, and it looks really, really good when set up. You do need to angle it just right to make it look natural, but I do really like how this works. I do like the different sizes of the fists. I do like how it becomes clear as it gets closer to the smoke. It makes it look like Luffy is throwing these in a barrage. If you add on the extra smoke effect parts that Tamashii sells separately, it looks even better. And I think you can get some really cool Gatling effect parts out of this. I'm really, really happy specifically with this part. This part alone makes the set for me. I think it makes for some really cool dioramas and displays, and I think it will make for a really cool display someday. You can also swap out his legs for the long legs. They just pop off at the end of the pants, and they work the same as the Gear 5 Luffy, just, you know, bendy wire in them. The other thing to note about the hands as well is that it's the same thing as the Gear 5 Luffy. Do not rotate the hands at the peg, just where they slot in. You can rotate the hand just a little bit. It is just a hinge. Do not try and rotate them where they actually connect. You will break them. But once you get everything going, it's all nice and easy. You can do things like Gum Gum Stamp. You can do the Battle Axe. You can do Whip. It's all nice and adds so much life into this figure, and I really, really like it. The other thing is that only the legs are compatible with the Wano Luffy. You can't do the arms, and that's because of the sleeve. But it is nice that there is at least some compatibility with the original figure. I think even Tamashii know that pretty much everyone gave up on the Wano set, so this is specifically for Romance Dawn Luffy. Like, doing Gum Gum Bazooka looks so nice, and it just works so well. Again, just have to be careful with the arm attachment in particular. The legs are fine, but everything works just fine. I didn't really have any issues with it, and that was mainly because I was extra cautious with the figure, but it all worked out. and I do really, really like how it looks. In particular, the Gatling effect part, it just works really well. Between the Gatling effect and just his hat, I think that this was a good enough set as is, and having the extra elongated arms with bendy wire and legs, it elevates it even further. It is a must-buy set if you really want to add that expression to your Luffy and finally complete the figure. And I'm keen to see what else they do later for other characters, if they even do more for Luffy to do like Gear 3 stuff, but we'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I will see you all next time.